Picking up where we left off, we have my Orra Racing 7.5 liter intercooler that we got. This intercooler company is pretty well known in Italy, so I figured I should go with something good because this entire time my car has not had a Fiat intercooler, but it had to be turbo. Now this intercooler may be a very good brand, but a lot of people who get them here in America complain about their fitment and that they never fit and that they have all these things to do. So I figured it would be very worthwhile to make a video about how we fit mine onto my car. So we are gonna fit this intercooler, except we have one small problem. That being, my engine is missing. That may or may not have to do with the fact that this was missing for all the time that I was driving it after we put that engine in. So we might have had a little bit of a catastrophe. If I take you to the back of the garage where dead things lay most of the time, including my beautiful engine, here it is.
In the arms of the angel.
If you donate $1 today, you can help more engines like this not get exploded. Help these wannabe race car drivers get a better tune and more bolt-ons.
So this is the engine that we just spent all that time and effort putting in, and not putting in, but you know, maybe fixing, and only drove it for like 3,000 miles. And this is how it lays now, with a piston exploded in here, all these bits. And to make matters worse, or as Adam would say, better content, engine's not the only thing that got affected. That brand new cylinder head that we put in the car, refinished, had all of its valves done. Yeah, that also took a beating. Here we are. This, the piston that blew up, yeah, it kind of blew up our cylinder head surface here. Got a couple bent valves. So, messed up head, messed up engine, fantastic. We put this cylinder head on to fix the problem, that the fact that the car was smoking. After we did the cylinder head, what do you know, 100 miles later, car was still smoking. So that was not the issue. After we replaced the cylinder head, the car was still smoking. It could have only really been two things. One, my compression was low. It was like 120-ish across the board. And my turbo actually had some wastegate rattle. Maybe I'll include the clip of it if I can find it. But basically, wastegate not supposed to move, wastegate was moving. I contacted the person I got that from, Robert Zika. I told him about my issue. We verified that was the problem. And I sent that turbo back to him and he sent me a new one free of charge. So he took care of that problem. And then after getting my turbo and, you know, resolving my problem, we go to data log the car. And we were data logging, everything was fine. All I had to do was send my ECU out now that we got the data logs, and they'll retune it and we should be good to go. The night after was the Fast and Furious movie. So naturally, I'm gonna take my car there. You know, I'm not gonna pull my ECU out the night before the Fast and Furious movie. So we go to watch the movie. We're coming back, we have all the cars. It's the Passat GT, it's the Mustang GT350, it's my car. And I pull up to the light to the GT350 and Angel, and I'm like, yo, let's run it. Guess what happened after I ran it? 10 minutes after the Fast and Furious movie. This happened. So, I did also run the car I never dialed in the tune since the base map that we had in it since the very start. So, my problem. I'm stupid to say the least. And this is all about transparency, which is why we're telling you about this and not just putting this engine in and being like, all right, we're putting an intercooler on, my engine's still fine. That's what happened. So, you know, very dumb mistake. I'm gonna learn from it, I guess. So, moving on, the new engine. That brings us to this side of the garage with all of my lackeys and brand new engine, yay! So, this engine is actually...
I was wondering what a lackey meant.
This guy doesn't know what lackey is, bro. Someone look it up. Now we need to know for the video so that the video knows too, you know? Basically, it's a servant, especially a liveried footman or manservant. So, that's a lackey. Now, this engine is actually the engine that was originally in my car that we took out because it was knocking. It wasn't knocking very bad, but it was knocking nonetheless, so I sent it to a machine shop. This engine is fully refreshed, or this block is fully refreshed. It has one new piston, all new rings, bearings, all that stuff. Then I also bought a brand new cylinder head. We still have my multi-air springs, which, funny enough, we said that if we installed them wrong, we would suffer catastrophic engine failure, and guess what happened to us? Catastrophic engine failure. But it wasn't because the multi-air springs. Until we get a comment from someone who's very knowledgeable and says, hey, those symptoms, yeah, you installed them wrong because that damage looks like this and that, and then we'll look like idiots, like we always do. So, anyways, that is the full brand new engine setup with, oh, also my brand new turbo. Brand new turbo. So now literally everything is brand new except for my what? Valve cover?
Transmission?
Transmission should be fine. With all that stuff out of the way, this is not gonna be another engine install video. Oh, I should have said that before, bro.
Yeah, people clicked off already.
Yeah, it's too late. Hey, if you're still here, that's a good thing. Anyways, we're not gonna show you guys. This should be it. This is the transition. Next clip, engine's in. Yeah, so we were supposed to pick up when the whole engine was behind me and put together and all that, right? Like, oh look, my next sentence, the engine's back in the car. No, it's back in the car, but let me update you what we did WSG style, you know? Adam was installing my alternator on my engine so that it could get put on here, and my boy, where's my alternator? Everybody look at him, man. Beautiful guy.
I had to look at the defeated
Remember last time he broke something? We were literally welding something to my transmission. Yeah, here we are. Round 2, baby.
So that's the alternator.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be a stud on that with a nut.
Yeah, you see how long this stud is? The same thing. Just
Yeah.
goes up to this plastic cap. Not there anymore. Thank you, Adam. Good content. After that, we're like, you know what? We can throw in that alternator from the bottom. Let's keep moving. So we go to mount this engine. Let me show you what happened as we were mounting this engine. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 threads that are just not there anymore from our attempts. Yeah, you can see it right there on the edge right there. So that's fun. So we have to repair it. And we're gonna use some repair methods that we've never done before and are pretty serious because this bolt holds up my entire transmission. That bolt is held on that bolt.
That's the one that's keeping it stable, right?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's holding the transmission
Oh,
up.
it's holding the transmission.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we have to figure out how to repair that thread. It's only 3 threads that are messed up, but yeah, that's where we're at. We were supposed to pick up and be like, all right, guys, the engine's back in. We're gonna do the core support, and now we're gonna do the intercooler. No. Why would we even do that?
Being an idiot is expensive. Remember that, children.
All right, so we're just chasing the thread with the tap and seeing if we can fix where we messed up.
Oh, you hear that?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, we're cutting something. Oh my God, man.
Oh, now it's actually good.
Yeah, that's a lot. No research, no YouTube videos, no nothing. Straight cutting a thread for the first time. What was our strategy? We did it 3 times. We cut a little bit, took it out, cleaned everything out, cut it again. Obviously with the oil, took it out, cut it again. And then we took it out, cleaned it, and now we're gonna see if the bolt threads into our freshly threaded hole. So, let's see. Because before it was stopping after like what, 5 threads?
Yeah.
So far, so good.
It's definitely threading all the way through, and I'm, just at the end, so going slow, no impact tools.
This kid was impacting it when it wouldn't go in. It was just going dugga 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 dugga, and it was like, it's kind of hard. Dugga dugga dugga.
All right, sick. It is on. Well, I mean, it's not all the way tight, but yeah, it's right there. I am very pleased to announce that
We fixed it.
motor's in, everything is bolted up.
And our 19mm is in there and tight. Didn't get stuck. Went all the way through. So, good job, Adam, because he tapped this whole thing. We're gonna see if my transmission falls out in the middle of the road. If that happens, we didn't fix it.
If that happens, where's the car gonna end up?
Flashback? You know, another thing that's scary is that people who have installed these springs have had catastrophic engine failure for doing something wrong. So hopefully my new engine doesn't blow up as a result of this.
We're making jokes, but in reality, we don't want this motor coming out again. And if it blows up,
I'm selling the car. So look for my Facebook ad if this video doesn't come out. Okay, ready to put an intercooler on. Our core support is on, engine is in. So now we're ready to pretty much start our intercooler video. Like 4 or 5 minutes late now. We kind of started this process because it's notorious here in America that this intercooler does not fit. So we were like, we'll give ourselves a head start and practice how to mock this thing up, see how it fits, all that. So there's some steps that are already completed, but they're pretty simple. So we'll start with the fact that this core support is missing some pieces that are usually on it, that being my stock system. We've removed both side intercoolers. We removed the pipes that are behind that connect both of them.
and also on the charge pipe, we removed this pipe right here
Right.
because your intercooler installs to it.
Pretty much all we've done is remove stuff. As you can see, side mount intercoolers are off, side mount intercoolers off. The pipe that connects them behind here is missing. That's just disassembly. I don't think you really need to be shown how to do that. Just start taking bolts off. You're not gonna need them anymore. And we're throwing this bad boy in. If you were wondering why one might upgrade this system, for a stock application, I would say if you don't modify a car a lot, the factory stuff is okay. That's the car is engineered. Like you see these vents, air's supposed to go in them. The bumper has something for air. But when you have a big turbo, that doesn't really suffice. You need simple piping, big intercooler. Yeah, if you look at the size difference between factory and aftermarket, huge difference. Look at all the places where your boost has to go before it hits your throttle body. So
Both leaks.
and possible boost leaks. So this simplifies it. 2 pipes. That's literally it.
Actually, it's
In-
3.
Very simple piping. That's why you might want to upgrade this.
Grab that side. I got this one. You got this one. You're gonna have to lift the jack up a little bit. So these we are going to put right here.
So that's one AC condenser bolt that holds the intercooler in from there.
And then on the other side, you have a tab on the side, and you get a bracket like this. But the other day, we didn't know this came with the thing, so we were trying to be smart. We made our own bracket.
And it almost lines up perfectly with the bracket that they made.
Everything that came with this kit. Let's see. We had all these pipes. I got this on Facebook Marketplace. Yo, we got the stickers! Let's go!
Yeah, 2 stickers.
2 stickers, a
Orra Racing, baby. That's going on the dash. That's going on the dash. So this is all the stuff that came with it. I got it off Marketplace, so let's hope that this is everything that we're gonna need and all the hardware. So this is where the Orra Racing intercooler mounts over here. Goes into the AC condenser with the bolt that's on your car. And on this side, the provided bracket does its job splendidly. Going smoothly so far. Not like half the front is missing right now, but right now what we're gonna do is put the pipes on.
This pipe that looks somewhat like this goes on your right side. Shorter portion goes on here. This one goes to the charge pipe, and then this is 2 pipes that I just put into one. Same idea.
Oh, wow.
And let's hope we don't need this one because from Facebook it came right.
Yeah.
So here's the 2 pipes that I was talking about, right?
Uh-huh.
And this U goes on the left side, and then this gets shoved in there and goes right into your turbo.
Aren't clamps supposed to go on these?
Nah. It'd be
Yeah.
alright.
All right, this side is pretty much buttoned up how we think it will sit in the car. We're having a little bit of a problem. The charge pipe with your sensor and your, evap little thingy on here. Adam, hold this light or something. This bolt that holds your charge pipe to your vehicle and stops this whole thing from moving wasn't going in because we threw this whole pipe in and we were trying to bolt it together. It wasn't working. So took everything out, loosened everything up, and we started from the top. We attached it to the throttle body, brought it down here, attached that bolt, and then we started working with the intercooler piping, and working from the top down got us to this, and we are all buttoned up. My only concern with this is this, when it's moving around, this might hit this and put a hole in my intercooler like it did to Aki's car. Same thing, frame rail and everything. So maybe when we finish mocking this up, I'm gonna figure out something to put over here. But that's pretty much the only problem I have with this. That's a pretty simple fix. Now we gotta do the other side, right?
Yeah, now we need to get attached to the turbo.
Yeah, for the turbo. So that's gonna go from down there, around, bang bang, you'll see it. All right, Adam banged out the left side too. This is our hot side.
The turbo's a little bit weird because there's a coolant pipe right behind it. So the pipe that bends a little bit, you're gonna end up pointing it towards like your front left headlight.
I might have to show them with the iPhone, so. All right, so first pipe-a-roni, that's haram actually. It goes from there, comes in towards the camera direction a little bit, goes a little bit towards the front of the car. That pipe goes way down to about right there. Then that red coupler is where it connects to. From the turbo, down there, all the way down into this coupler right here, which is like this. Am I getting it on video? I hope so. Comes around underneath our stock intercooler mount
That we might cut
off, but we're also proving the point that you can do this without modifying the car so far. And then it goes into here, and then boom, that's hot side and cold side mocked up. So on this side, I would be worried that this is going to rub a hole into my intercooler, so we're gonna see about what we do about that. But that's pretty much the entire thing mocked up, right?
Yeah. Can I see the crash bar actually? How does this fit with the crash bar?
Back to the real camera.
What was the weird side?
Crash bar is not gonna do anything for this, bro.
Oh, bro, the crash bar doesn't impede with anything.
It might mount to the crash bar, bro.
I mean, but we would need super long bolts.
We get a long bolt and then like a washer in between.
Or nut and bolt.
Nut and bolt.
No, but so it doesn't like.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Yo, an intercooler that you can actually run a crash bar on. Do you guys remember how much he complained about, guys, I need my crash bar, I need my crash bar. He still doesn't have a crash bar.
The crash bar is still not on the vehicle. We're talking about Aki, by the way. His crash bar didn't fit with his intercooler. He's like, bro, I need my crash bar, man. 7 months later, the crash bar is still not on the car.
Bro, the car hasn't ran for 7 months.
I mean, you still drove it without it, though.
Both ends only, cuz.
So, yeah, I think now I just tighten this up.
No.
Why?
Just hit our bumper, cuzzo. Kind of have a fun idea, but we'll see if we have to do it. Actually, we're gonna watch the Gran Turismo movie, so we'll be right back.
The bumper fell.
My bumper was over there, and now my bumper's over. Now my bumper's over here. She took a tumble directly onto an engine stand, and then onto the floor.
Let's see if there's any hole.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, Adam, good one, bro. You know what's crazy? When Adam was backing my car out of the garage the first time he fixed it, he scraped the garage floor so hard that he broke one side of the bumper.
Tabs, yeah, the bumper tabs.
And now he just completely annihilated this bumper.
Boy, I look the worst again.
The red string. Holy.
There's one on this side, and that's.
This is yeah, that's not
Bro, with the headlight.
bro, an alternator, a bumper, what else, bro?
Bro,
Drop the car off the stands, man. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know exactly how much stuff we've broken so far, but in the last hours of finishing this job, we've broken an alternator, we broke an axle boot that I have to replace, we broke the transmission mount, which we just fixed, we broke my bumper now. My bumper's also broken. Literally the last few hours of fixing this car. So, We're gonna be back after we watch this Gran Turismo movie. We're back.
Time to finish a intercooler.
So we got it pretty much roughly laid out. What were the problems that we had?
Well, this side, I don't think there's any issue. This side, I think is perfect.
What is that, sir?
I'm not in the NBA, that's why I'm working on this broke car. But this side has a couple of weird issues. So one, getting it to mount to the turbo was really annoying because there's a coolant pipe that runs right here, and the straight couplers would not go on, so you have to use the bent one. But then also, when we were looking at this, it seems that this tab and this pipe right here get into the way of each other. Yeah, this.
Yeah, the stock intercooler mount.
So when you try to put the bumper on, it doesn't make any sense. But then again, the only way to change this is to put this more up, like how that side is.
So this like pitches upwards a little bit.
But then that means it has to somehow go where this coolant bottle is, and I don't know what to do about that. Because if we pitched it up,
That's not coolant.
That's our windshield washer
sorry,
fluid.
windshield washer. We don't need this, right? Delete it. So it goes where our windshield washer fluid goes, and I feel like if we pitched it up, it would make it so much simpler to get to the turbo, and we wouldn't have any clearance issues. But
You don't think maybe just removing this tab is the easier solution?
because if I pitched it up, right, without this tab, I'm still gonna bash in right here.
That's the frame.
Frame that's connected by this.
We can cut that, right?
Yeah, you don't need a frame. Just don't get into an accident. Yeah.
Don't need a bumper,
If
don't
you
need a frame.
if you don't plan on crashing, do you really need the front end? of your
Don't need
car?
an alternator.
Honestly, a crash bar kit would be pretty
Just keep charging the battery.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove this 10 millimeter, see what we could do about this, and simply go from there. Turns out, you can just unbolt this to 10 millimeters right there. We were about to chop this off.
Yeah, we were so close to cutting that off.
So now, it let me go up a little bit, and I pushed it a lot tighter. So the amount of gap that's here is, like, look, if you see my finger, this is the gap between this pipe and this pipe. Like, there's nothing here, and same on the backside. So I think that's good for now, because the intercooler is mocked up where it's supposed to be. That side's as pushed back as it can be. So we'll see how much the bumper fits and what else we have to change. But for now, just try to make sure you get this under the. Okay.
That's some cool red accents we got going on. I wonder where those came from.
Okay, so 100% off the rip though, what I can say, I'm already getting held up just by this, your
Yeah.
skid plate, which I don't know if it's removable.
That's part of the bumper, but
Oh yeah, it is.
And then also your fog lights seem to be hitting into this. This and this are on like the same exact level, because if you think about it, this bottom bolt goes to the fender liner. And if this bottom bolt's right here, that means that the bulk of all of the intercooler is pressing right up against this, which we already have this disconnected. That one isn't. Okay, that's weird. I feel like if we pull out the fog lights and pull out that mesh assembly,
yeah.
we should be able to get enough space to put the bumper on. So,
So we don't have to cut this out yet.
no, for now we're just gonna try to like force it in, but with this.
Alright, so let's pull out the stuff that we don't need and then go from there. We're putting my bumper on foam pads as if there isn't Wolverine scratches on it with some blood in it. Like, look at this. You can feel these with your fingernail.
Oh, look at this right here too. Just let me. Oh, yeah. Cover it up, buddy.
So, anyways,
Oh no!
the grip.
The grills.
Now that these little smiley faces off, so just put that like next to the door. Now we're gonna test fit this, see how this goes. Hopefully it goes well.
You know, I'm kind of a fan of the look of missing all of this stuff, like not having a fog light, deleting that, just having a grill there, but we'll see how this fits. And I understand that. Most people aren't willing to do that to their cars, or they just don't want to, and I completely get that, but if that's a part of mounting this intercooler, then it is what it is.
Bottom hooked. We gotta go up by a lot.
Nah, just this pipe is low.
It would need to go, like, look, it fits in, but it needs to go higher.
You know what's stopping you from going higher?
Underbelly.
Damn, the whole underbelly. Really? Can you feel the flex, or is it just stuck there? Yeah, it is that. That's entirely what it is. Okay, so on top of having to remove all of this stuff, you also have to remove that whole part of your bumper. Not that whole thing, but maybe just trim it so that side fits. Yeah, just over there. So yeah, you have to remove your fog lights. You have to remove the mesh insert over here, and you also have to cut a little bit part of your bumper out. So that's what it would take.
WSG OnlyFans?
All right.
What?
Yeah, for exclusive car content, nothing else. Yeah, so this is the same routing that we left off on, just to tuck it up as much as possible. So now we're gonna try to fit our American bumper. As long as we're gonna help him.
Ben, you got it.
Yo, of course I got it, because you don't do nothing.
Exactly. I gotta keep that reputation.
The thing is, he don't want us to expect anything from him, so when he up, like, we're just like, oh, it's Aki.
Yeah,
He doesn't
exactly.
do anything anyway.
Okay. So this top side lined up, but this is far from lining up because the bottom here, it won't let us go any more up because this pipe is holding us And what I think we need to do is, if you guys see, there's a lot of flex in this area because that's where the pipe is. And I'm just gonna try to mark it with my fingers here, but what we're probably gonna do is from about here up, we're gonna cut out a slit of the underbelly just so we allow the pipe to sit lower than it so there's no pressure. So if there's no pressure there, it goes up and it should go to the mount.
Yeah, I don't know if this whole underbelly is for some like aerodynamic purpose or maybe as a shroud for the whole cooling system. So I would like to retain as much of it as possible. And we're also gonna keep the hole there by making a strategical cut. So let's mark that up real quick.
Actually, so from like here, I'll probably could end around here, and the other pipe comes about here.
Oh, I see your approach, bro. Adam's making a full rectangle. I thought you were like talking, you were just gonna cut out a whole like thing out of it, but that rectangle looks like it'll work. Yo, he's really Oppenheimer though, because like everything, most of the stuff that gets torn up in here is because of him. I was gonna say okay Oppenheimer now because he's fixing something. The next clip, the bumper's gonna be cut in half. Alright, we got our little thing dremelled out. That took a little bit of time, but so we're gonna hope that this little triangle helps us clear.
Triangle?
Rectangle, sorry. Yeah, I'm in calculus right now. Yeah, this is minimal modification with a very simple tool. If you do have to get this intercooler, you know? So,
Harbor Freight, 20 bucks.
Harbor Freight, $20 Dremel, and a little bit of math. We're drawing.
I still do feel like we're gonna have to cut more.
Yeah, but for now, that's not
For
bad.
now.
Yeah.
Instead of cutting the whole thing off.
Yeah.
Because Adam was gonna go.
Yeah, he was saying, yo, I'm gonna follow the body line and we're gonna take this whole thing out. And I'm like, damn, bro. Let's try that first.
Okay, it's sitting much closer. So on this side, we're good here with the pipe, but we're still getting a lot of pressure around this area. So what I'm probably gonna have to do is cut a pretty good portion out of this.
All right, next portion, here we go. I can't win. I cannot win. We're back. Just me and Adam. Wait, is my hair good? The bumper fits now as well as it can with two broken bumper brackets on either side. Goes in nice and smooth. However, what it took to get there is quite impressive. How did they get there? You might ask. Allow me to show you how we got here. We gutted my entire bumper. That whole this whole under thing that we were trying to preserve, I was like, oh, I don't want to cut off just this 1/4 of it. Yeah, the whole thing's gone now. So that's gone for the sake of looks and a little bit more fitability. This is gone. I mean, I want to get rid of this anyway, but this actually helped it fit a lot more. We also had to chop off the things that came on the intercooler. We had to cut off so that we could tuck it up a little bit higher because it was hanging pretty low from the bumper, like lower than my bumper, which is horrible. All in all, would I recommend getting this intercooler for your American vehicle? Definitely not. I thought it was gonna be minimal modification, and even towards the beginning, I was like, we'll try to modify this as little as possible so that we can see how little we have to really do. You know, make it at least a little bit productive, something relatable. Someone might be like, okay, I'll go ahead and do this. No, it does not require anything along the terms of minimal. You have to cut a lot of stuff off. My recommendation, there's I think one that fits pretty well. I mean, there's a few options. ATM is on top of the list. If you can get an ATM intercooler, definitely order that and wait for it because performance on that one is great. Orra might be good overseas. Here, fitment, not really. So yeah, my intercooler's installed. On top of having to gut my entire bumper, the pipes are like really tight in some places, which I'm gonna put some styrofoam, some pool noodles on, secure them to metal so it's not rubbing against and putting a hole in my intercooler like Aki did. And yeah, then this install will be done. Now, I know we started off this video saying this is a whole new engine and we're hopefully gonna be starting it by the end of the video, but Adam broke my intercooler. not my intercooler, my alternator. Adam broke my alternator. So now we are waiting for a new alternator, which will come in the next couple days. But until then, we can't start this car. Besides that, things to look forward to. Nice Euro bumper, which is in a beautiful red. Not gonna reveal which red yet. You know, we'll tell you when the whole car's wrapped. So Euro bumper to look forward to, and a nice red wrap. Hopefully we see you guys then. If you enjoyed, make sure to comment, because this video was a fun experience. See you in the next one. Is there more for me to say, sir? Why is the camera so on?